I'm Dee Shelton, Fire and Life Safety Educator with Greensboro Fire Department, and I'm here with you today for another version of Hot Topics with Fire Educator Dee. Today we're going to talk about smoke alarms and carbon monoxide alarms. Wait, don't go anywhere. It's not going to be that boring. It's going to be very informative. It may be dry, but you need to know this. Your smoke alarms in your home, they may not be in the date. Did you know that they only last truly about 10 years? This is not because it stops beeping when we push the button. It's because that the sensor inside the unit has just a little bit of radiation in it called americium. And over the years of hanging on the ceiling, that americium escapes. It dissipates into the air. It's not enough to bother you or harm your family, but it's enough to keep the unit from working correctly if it's an ionization type alarm. So what you need to know is, how do I know the age of my alarms? Simple. When you look on the back of your alarm, there's a date. This date is the date that it was manufactured, the date it was made. You add 10 years to this date, it gives you your expiration date. Okay? So what happens if the date is already expired? Well, I'm not saying it's going to stop working right this second, but what we're saying is we've found through research that at about the age of 12, they've dropped to accuracy of about 30%. By the age of 15, they're already down to 50%. So as you can see, the older they get, the less likely they will work in a fire situation. Don't gamble with the safety of you and your family's lives. Go ahead and have them changed out. Now, the fire department does offer free smoke alarms. They have a 10-year battery, so you don't have to change the batteries. But there is a little caveat to this. If your home was built since July 1 of 1999, you have a very special type of system with your alarms. It's called an interconnected system. What this means, and you may have already heard it yourself, is that when you push the button to test your alarm and one goes off, every one of them in the house goes off. So if you're pre-99, then you don't have this. You probably have either just an electric alarm or some battery ones. We can replace the battery ones. We cannot replace the electric ones. And you truly don't want that. You want to be able to replace your own, the electric ones, to keep with your interconnectivity for the top safety quality. Of course, if you can't afford those right now, we'll be glad to help you out with some free 10-year alarms, but don't take that for granted. Understand the importance of your interconnectivity. Now, for your CO alarms, while you may have a separate unit, know that you can buy these in a combination unit as well. It's just a little more bang for the buck. You can also get them combination where they have CO and smoke with a 10-year battery where you don't have to replace the battery, again saving a little money. We do not have these here at the fire department. Right now we do not have carbon monoxide alarms. So if you're looking to replace carbon monoxide alarms, again, somewhere on this unit there's a date. With these, it's not always on the back. With this one, it's on the top. Again, you're going to add ever how many years it tells you in the instructions. Could be 5 years, up to 10 years. Read the instructions. It's important to know. Another thing is to make sure that your family understands the difference in the sounds of these alarms. It's a vast difference, and you should understand both. We're going to listen to those right now. A smoke alarm gives you 3 slow beeps. I'm going to cover the sound so it's not so deafening, but it's 3 slow beeps and a pause. This is smoke only. For a carbon monoxide alarm, it's a little different. So when you push the button, again, we'll cover the hole so it's not too loud. This is carbon monoxide. So this unit's going to give you 4 really quick beeps, and then a longer pause, and then 4 more quick beeps. This cycle will continue until you either reset it or the hazard has stopped. Make sure that your children understand the difference. Everyone in your home should understand the difference. Why? Because if you come inside, there's no smoke, there's no fire, but you hear beeping and you assume that it's only your smoke alarm, it could actually be your CO alarm. You can't smell carbon monoxide, you can't see carbon monoxide. There's no way to know that it's present unless your alarm is working and it's beeping, or unless you have a gas monitor. And if you don't have that, you're not going to know. You're not going to feel really well, flu-like symptoms. you're going to feel tired. And if you decide to lay down and take a nap, you may not wake up. So make sure that your family understands these differences. Check your alarms today. When we push this button, we're only testing the beep and the battery. You're not testing the sensor, which is what typically is going to tell you that there's a problem. So make sure that you're looking at that date to make sure they're not more than 10 years old, and that you're testing your batteries every month. Test them today. Check the date on the back. Know that they are not more than 10 years old. Make sure that your battery is good if you've got one that changes the battery. If you've got one of the 10-year, you're not going to have to change the battery. Understand which you have. Make sure you're being safe. Call us if you need anything. The number will be on the screen. Thanks for joining us for another segment of Hot Topics with Fire Educator D.